Friends, and welcome back. So, what has been a crazy whirlwind of a 2024 president election, where we saw an attempt on President or Trump's life, and now we have President Biden dropping out of the race. It just leaves us wondering what's next for the Democratic Party, because I don't know. Like, do you go with the laughing hyena that is Kamala Harris? Gavin Newsom? I really don't know many of the Democratic candidates, and I will never claim to know anything about politics much. I know a little bit. I know enough to get me by. But where does it all go from here? It's just been such a crazy year. And now you've got President Biden, who's been MIA with all these allegations going around that he's been suffering major health issues. And it leaves you wondering what to think, because they told us he had COVID. But do we believe that? I'm not. I myself don't follow politics too closely, but I do consider it a good idea to at least somewhat be knowledgeable of what's going on in the government around you. I encourage all people to at least have a general idea. I'm not saying go nose deep into politics, but at least have a general idea of what they're trying to do to you. I mean, nobody's exactly got it quite right, I don't think. And I saw a funny comment on one of my friend's posts the other day that they said they would assume vote for a golden retriever instead of voting for Trump. And if that's the case, if your only thing is you are only going to vote for whoever's a Democrat because you don't want to vote for Trump, vote independent. What's it going to hurt to vote independent? Vote something different. What do we got to lose? You know? It's just a crazy time in the world. Sorry about that, my game kind of lagged out and did something stupid. So, back to what I was talking about, there hasn't been an independent voted as president since George Washington. Now, there was another candidate that was voted in that wasn't Democratic or Republican, and he was Millard Fillmore, 1850 to 1853, and he was part of the Whig Party. Now, I don't know much about that. I'm just going based upon what I happen to research. But if the options that you have, you don't like, vote something else. Because it's not going to hurt anything. You know, for the last 200 years, it's been Republican, basically, or Democrat. And where has that really gotten us? I mean, just look at it. They both have pretty much the same agenda. There may be a few little differences. Like, one will be more about abortion or against abortion. One will be more about, oh yeah, we're going to change the tax laws for the average working man. Have we really seen that from either party, to be honest? Because I want you to stop and think about that. Yes, Trump did actually have some pretty good stuff, and I'm not gonna try to be a Trump harpy here, or lackey, sorry. But Biden completely screwed everything up. And those that don't see it, I think they're just blind. Or not necessarily blind, they're driven by the fact that they hate the other party so much they're willing to overlook what happens. I wish that weren't the case, but I think it is. And you can gladly correct me, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. But that's my own personal view on it. people have gone crazy, and we've all really gone crazy since 2020. I think the pandemic really did us in. We just don't know. A lot of us don't know how to socialize anymore. A lot of us don't want to socialize anymore. And a lot of us have tuned out to everything else that goes on outside of our own four walls. Now, apparently, Biden's actually supposed to be back on the TV tonight. I haven't personally seen it, but I hope he does. Like, I don't wish anything bad to the guy. You know, we haven't really seen anything out of him in 5 days. So I really hope he's okay. That's like, I hope Trump's okay. Like, there was so much hate and so many people saying, oh, it sucks that the shooter missed. Why would you ever wish death upon anybody? No matter how much you hate somebody, that should never be an option. Should never. And then you had these other people saying, well, I hope you show this much compassion when there's another school shooting. People have always shown compassion to school shootings. That rhetoric is just ridiculous. And I'm sorry if you're one of the people that feel that way, that certain people that actually happen to like guns, you think that they like to see school shootings? No. None of us like to see any of that. None of us like to see any mass shootings in general. This should never happen in our society. I honestly don't know what to say to that. Because this is something that should never happen. And everybody's like, well, there should be more gun laws. There's plenty of gun laws. People can just get around that. People do things that go against the law. Like, have you never met have you never known? Criminals do not follow the law. They're just not going to. They're going to get a gun. They're going to get whatever, however they want. They don't care. And that's just how society works. Oh, run. Oh, I died. And here was where my game really messed up. I'm back again. But, just let me know down in the comments. Like, if you're a Democrat, would you actually personally vote for Kamala? I don't know. There's just something about her. She's so redundant and repetitive in her speeches. And then her laughing hyena defense when somebody says something she doesn't quite like. Or she doesn't know how to respond to it, so she just laughs like a cackling hen getting ready to lay her first egg. And I'm not saying you have to agree with my views at all. None of us have to agree with anything. But we should still get along about it. We're still a human race. And we should still work to do better regardless. But anyway, let me know what you think down there. And since this is officially my 3rd video, I would ask for a subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. If you don't, you still want a little more time, you know, you're still reviewing the options, I understand. But anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.